Over to the campaign trail now. Nikki Haley's post-debate momentum twice now. Showing up in the numbers. A new poll from Suffolk University finds the former South Carolina governor, former U.S. ambassador, surging past the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, putting Haley in second place in New Hampshire with 19%. Of course, as you see in the numbers there, she still trails Donald Trump in that state by 30 and much larger nationally. Chris, you look at the numbers. What are you seeing with Nikki Haley?
Okay, so the story of Nikki Haley in New Hampshire, and this checks out with other polls that I've seen. I've been made privy to a couple of polls that were done.
All right.
Okay, and so where's she getting that vote from? She's not getting that vote from Donald Trump. There aren't people at this point who are going to switch from Donald Trump to Nikki Haley. She's taking it out of Ron DeSantis, and she's taking it out of Chris Christie.
Okay.
Because what's happening in the Republican Party, and we've talked about this many times before in these segments, there's three pieces of the Republican Party. There's pro-Trump, there's anti-Trump, and then there's what a friend of mine calls always Republican. You've got never Trump, always Trump, and always Republican.
Right.
And what Nikki Haley or somebody is trying to do is consolidate the 25% of the Republican Party that is anti-Trump so that they can then have a platform to make a play for those in between. And what I see her doing is exactly that. How long Ron DeSantis is going to hang in New Hampshire, I don't know. But for sure, the pressure on Chris Christie for a candidacy that was always conceived as a long shot, right, but that he could do it in New Hampshire. He can't be trailing. He can't be in fourth place in New Hampshire, especially with Nikki Haley, who would be very acceptable, especially from a foreign policy point of view, for a ton of those same voters.
I just heard you say 25%.
Yeah.
Like that middle. Donald Trump is 2x plus that.
So it's 35% hardcore Trump.
Okay.
25% hardcore anti-Trump, and then the 40% in between. And the battle is over that 40%. Okay. And in New Hampshire, I want to just reinforce, people forget, never in Republican history have Iowa and New Hampshire voted for the same candidate, right? They've always split. And New Hampshire loves to stick it to the man. New Hampshire is really big on sticking it to the man. That's what they did with Donald Trump in 2016. They said, oh, Jeb Bush, isn't that adorable? No way, we're doing this guy. We're going to blow this up. And the final thing I say about that, there is no Democratic contest. JFK Jr. is vacating the Democratic Party. There is no Democratic contest in New Hampshire. All of those independent votes can come into the Republican nominating contest. They could come in and deal Trump a painful blow in New Hampshire, and then it's a 32-day gap till South Carolina, the state that Nikki Haley used to be the governor of.
I don't think, Kara, it's coincidental that Nikki Haley had a birdcage sent to her by the Trump campaign the other day after he called her bird brain. Clearly, there's some sort of the Trump campaign sees the numbers and maybe sees a threat here, or no?
Well, yeah, because I think the independents, her purchase with independent voters, and we've seen poll after poll. One of the most recent ones, a Daily Mail poll, which actually said she beats Joe Biden in a hypothetical 2024 through the people that they polled by 19 points. Independents, New Hampshire, I don't think it's any surprise. Like Chris said, she found a gap, she found a niche in the field, and she filled it. She's great on TikTok. Look at her her responses to Vivek Ramaswamy about his dealings with China and whatnot. So there's a neoconservative establishment angle that, you know, Mike Pence is not as winsome in my estimation as he once was, and Nikki's filling that gap. She's doing well.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.